National Football League.
Lying in wait inside of State Farm Stadium, the Cardinals listening for the sound of their signature Big Red Siren, which signals an air raid and brings them out to a sea of red here in Glendale. Tonight, a pair of NFC West rivals set to do battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. They're led up by the 7th-year quarterback from Oklahoma, Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
They get 37 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Play action now. Murray. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Okay, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
On second down, they're on with Connor. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got McBride complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Cardinals first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down carry for Connor. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Operated from the gun. Here's Murray. Stays upright. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. And this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Seahawks, nothing.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? Former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 1st and 10, Darnold. He can run it. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Josh Sweat. A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
I mean, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Down with a quick pass out wide. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a big up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. Gets it to the 15. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
3rd down. 1st and goal, Seattle.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the...
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
I just love to see that. I love to see the momentum created out of a great special teams play. Look at the fist bumps. Look at the little pats on the butt. Look at the little more juice this offense has now. Set up with great field position.
Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. 1st and 10, Murray. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down. And Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now Kyler. There's a screen. It's Connor. Spins out of one stop, and they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Drive play straight ahead. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. From the gun, it's Murray. And he will score! Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals take a second quarter lead. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other, and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Seahawks 7.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Max Melton who held him down there.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Staying with Walker. And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He's running for it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
That time to start? Well, you won it all 17 games of the season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. He hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Connor here from the gun. Takes out a one-stop. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Cardinals first down. 1st and 10.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Malik Woolen.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They're going play action. It's Murray. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That looked like they're trying to bootleg out of some of this chaos, Kate, and unfortunately, well, he gets trapped right in the middle 3rd, and you can't get to that space outside. You really do become a sitting duck in the middle of a broken play.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Trey McBride. So that brings up 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
The Seahawks offense running out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Now Darnold on the play action. Dump off to his fullback. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Darnold looking to throw. Here's a screen now for Walker. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. From the gun, Darnold. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Greg Dortch back to return for the Cardinals. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Murray here on first down. To the right and hauled in by Jones. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stop quickly. The catch moves into the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Short pass brought in. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
This one's caught. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here's second and goal from the 6. Again, it's Murray to throw. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
Third and goal.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Murray, third and goal. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals grow their lead just before halftime. Trey McBride, the touchdown! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14.
Seahawks 7.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors.
Arizona.
Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25. Now we're going to have a break in the action as one of the Cardinals is in some pain, and they'll be out to look at him. All right, working from the gun to Stocks. First and 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 next. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. From the 33 on second down. Taking off with it again. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took up. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Darnold now to throw. He calls his own number again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Darnold. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Cardinals get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
47-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 47. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And Murray hits the ground safely, picking up the first down on that run. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This Cardinals field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. Walker on first down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Going on first, here's Darnold. Cut for big yards on the right side. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
28-yard gain. And the Seahawks first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They'll go with Walker on the counter. He finds space into the red zone. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
First down, and they go right back to it. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down run gets them 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Running with Walker again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp, because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Here's Darnold. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to 10.
24. Seahawks 14.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's a return from the 7. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Cardinals and running back James Conner headed back to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Murray on the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Another try following the sack. Rolling left, buying some time.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
The Cardinals out for the punt. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown. Brock, let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. 1st and 10, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got two options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck in the run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. That's his target. That's Torrey Horton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
1st down, Seahawks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Running back sent in motion. It's caught. Here's that Charbonnet. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Complete, it's Horton. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
1st down.
We reach the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They give up the gut to Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Here's Darnold to throw. Oh, he's going to run for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
A gain of 7.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now Darnold. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Got to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10. Keeping it on an option to the right. Driving across the 15-yard line. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Running for it, it's Walker. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal. We tie this game in the 4th.
Seahawks 21.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Dortch now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Cardinals and running back James Conner headed back to the field. And he just keeps on catching passes here in the second half. It seems like we're going to remember his work there from this game more than what he's done from the backfield. Ready to start this drive with Conner. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's second and 13. From the gun, it's Murray. And underneath here for Conner. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Cardinal out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action now, Murray. Now here he goes again. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Second and 3 now. From the 41. Here's a screen. It's Conner. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Looking to throw. Still has some space inside the 35. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Same guy, Wilson again. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run it in, Connor. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Connor again. This is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals only up by a few. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Back to throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Nearly an interception on that play. And that brings up 4th and goal.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Miss a very important field goal for Chad Ryland. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Return coming from the 6. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. Back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. Space past the 35. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Here he is to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks find a way to tie it late. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
Cardinals 27.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there, and I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Second and 3 now. Back to the air, Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Again, it's Murray to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. This one quickly to Harrison. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Escapes the pocket. Will not get any further, but plenty of progress already. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
This a very important field goal for Chad Ryland. This only a chip shot from the right hash. One is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
A gain of 12.
So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.